preserve you and keep you from the consequences of sin. I want to preserve you and keep you like I created you. Young ladies, I don't want you to be going to the affections of another woman. Young men, I don't want you to be going after the affections of another man. That's not the way I created you. The love of God wants to keep you the way you were designed and the way that you were made. A lot of things that we're doing and indulging in these days and times, because we are out of the care of God, it is not the way we were created and we were designed to do. It is not the things that God has endeavored for us to do, but God says, come and receive my love so I can preserve you and keep you just like I intended for you to be. It means to keep us in our original state. When we walk in the grocery store, and I was walking in the dollar store yesterday in Folkestone, I went to see my mother-in-law, and we were walking around in Family Dollar. I had my little niece and nephew, which is my wife's sister, and we were walking around, and they were wanting, we get a chance to be auntie and uncle. So we were walking around the store, and my little niece said she want to be a princess. And so we went down the aisle, and she found some little princess stuff. She got a little magic wand, and she got a little tiara and everything, and she was going around turning everybody into frogs. She had that thing on, she was just. And then my little nephew, he wanted a jump rope, and he loves Spider-Man, and anything that's caused him to be active, that's what he wants. So he got a little jump rope, and he jumped and skipped all around the house. And there's also something that caught my mind that I know I'm not 5 and I know I'm not 2 years old, but I told my wife I want me something too. So I yeah, y'all laughing. But as I walked around the store and I began to look at some different things, and my wife was in a very good mood, and she seemed to let me pick and choose what I wanted. So I took advantage of the opportunity. So I went and started looking for me some pork rinds, and I started looking for me some Little Debbies and different things. And she wasn't saying nothing. I peeped at her. She wasn't looking. So I just kept on trying to. I said, whatever. So in any case, I began to think this morning and last night as we were coming home, those things that I purchased, they were on that shelf for a long time. They were on that shelf for a long time waiting for me. Those barbecue pork skins, I don't know how long they've been on that shelf, but they were on that shelf. That certain bag was on that shelf just for me. At some point in time, fate knew that we would cross paths. At some point in time, if you believe in fate, it was destined for us to meet at that moment in Folkestone, Georgia, at the dollar store. As I placed those pork skins on that table and we purchased it, and I opened that bag and I ate my skins, my destiny and that bag of skins' destiny was fulfilled. There was enjoyment, there was bliss, there was excitement, there was all kind of things going on. So as my niece was turning people into frogs and my nephew was jumping rope, and I was just singing and humming, eating skins. We all got what we were destined to get at that moment. But before our paths crossed, something had to keep us until we met. Something had to keep me, and something had to keep that little bag of skins until we met. Pastor, what are you talking about? There is something that is placed in those bags of skins that preserves it and gives it what we call shelf life. Yeah. There is something that is poured and something that is dipped in and something that is injected. I don't know what it is, but something is put into the Little Debbies and the skins and the sodas and things. Something is put in these things to keep them until they are purchased. Something had to be put in that bag while people walk by and people don't select it and people overlook it and people point fingers and say they're not good. I don't like them. I like the other kind. There's something had to be put in that bag to allow it to endure these times. Something had to be put in these little snacks to help endure the long days and long weeks and long months when people don't pick me and choose me. When people want the name brand stuff, but they don't want me. when they want the big market advertised merchandise, but they don't pick me off of the first try. So the manufacturers begin to think about this, and they said, you know, we have to place something in our product to help it to endure these long waits. And the Lord began to show me myself. And he says, something has to be placed in you to help keep you until that ordained time has come for you to cross paths with what I called you to do, what I've said you can have, where I said you can go. Something has to be placed in you to keep you through those sleepless nights when things don't seem to be going your way. God says I have to put a special chemical inside of you for when people walk by you and don't choose you and don't pick you, don't like you, don't pat you on the back, always consider you to be the least. Something has to be put inside of you. You say, Lord, I've been sitting on the shelf for months and weeks and they're picking everything else except me. I wonder, have you ever looked at life and said, look like life is helping and blessing everybody else, but I'm getting the short end of the stick every time. Lord, when is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be my time? I don't know how much longer I can take, but God said, I inject something in you that gives you shelf life. Something that can help you hold your head up while people walk by. Something that'll help you hold your head up when we go through economical crisis. Something that can help you hold your head up when people walk in and out of your life. Something that can help you hold your shoulders back and say, I still know who I am. I still believe God. Something has to be injected inside of you that preserves you and keeps you in your original state. I've got to have something on the inside of me that helps keep me in my right mind.
Thank you for joining us here at the Lighthouse. If you're ever in the Douglas area, feel free to worship with us in any of our service times. If you are being blessed by this telecast and would like to make a financial contribution, visit us at our website at www.higherdimensionscog.com and click on the donations page.